Science and Maths quiz. You are welcome once again. Remember, this quiz is organized by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology and supported by the College of Science and the College of Engineering. We appreciate and acknowledge all and supporting us in diverse ways. The 2025 quiz competition is proudly sponsored by the KNUST e-learning. For all our media and video coverages, we are grateful. The Institute of Distance Learning KNUST, thank you for making our journey around the nation easy and pleasurable. The venues you provide to support the quiz are well appreciated. DEXT Technologies. At DEXT Technologies, we say practical science is now practical. Thank you for making our technology challenge round a reality, and you always make it very exciting and hands-on. To the Ghana Grid Company Limited, GridCo, providing reliable electricity grid for development. The MTN stakeholders management, everywhere you go. Nestle Ghana Limited, good food, good life. And to our media partner, Kesben TV, thank you so much for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and commitment to quality has significantly amplified our reach and impact. We deeply appreciate your dedicated support and collaboration. I want to use this opportunity to salute the heads of the various schools and the dedicated teachers who have spent time in preparing the contestants for this contest. And to you gallant students proudly representing your schools in the competition for burning the midnight oil and getting your names registered in the competition. And of course, to our jubilant supporters, a thunderous round of applause for all of these, please. My name is Dr. Prince Amponsa Kwabi. I'm a lecturer with the Department of Mathematics here at KNUST, and I will be your quiz moderator for this evening's session. Remember, the JSMQ program is tailor-made for learners in the junior high schools to enable them exhibit their understanding of the basic principles underlying the life and physical sciences. It is expected to promote teamwork and critical thinking right from the early stages in life. I'm sure all the contesting schools have prepared very well and are poised, looking forward to an exciting quiz. This evening, we have 3 schools competing: University Basic Cape Coast, AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, and HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School. Let's go on to introducing our contestants. University Basic Cape Coast is represented by Thank you so much. Right. From AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, we have
Miriam Mawina. Said Suleiman Said, 11.
Thank you very much. Thank you. A round of applause for them. And finally, from HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School, we have
Meshach Afari. Promise Asipi.
Thank you so much. A round of applause for them. Okay, so a few things and then we'll get on with the quiz. First of all, contestants, you have microphones in front of you. You are advised to keep them turned on throughout the duration of the contest. Also, you are advised to speak clearly into the microphone when you are responding to a question or when you are answering a question. There are also buzzers in front of you. We want to do a very quick buzzer test. Let's hear the sound of the buzzer from University Basic. Thank you so much. AYIKUMA Methodist. And finally, HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic. Thank you so much. Looks like we are all set. There will be 5 rounds in this contest. Round 1 is the fundamentals. Round 2 is the fastest finger, fastest brain. Round 3 is the science and technology challenge. Round 4 will be decoding the clues. And round 5 will be the Global Nobel Prize Awards. Contestants, I will be reading the instructions at the beginning of each round, so you please pay attention. And so to round 1, the fundamentals. This round consists of biology, chemistry, physics, and mathematics and ICT questions. If a school answers a question correctly, 3 points are awarded. If it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus to the other 2 schools to compete for. The score for a bonus question is 1 point. Schools will have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations and 50 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. Each school has a maximum of 2 attempts for your main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. Bonus questions are always going to be open to the other 2 schools to compete for by first ringing the buzzer. Contestants failing to press the buzzer before answering a bonus question will nullify your answer, and so you score no points, even if your answer is correct. At this point, I'd like to wish you all the best. To round 1, question 1. This is a preamble to all schools. You are to state the following Mendel's laws of genetics. State the following Mendel's laws of genetics. I start with you. University Basic. The law of independent assortment.
The Mendel's law of independent assortment states that with every pair of genes can form another pair with any other pair of genes. 3 nuclear divisions form a sex cell.
No, I will not give you the mark. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE for a bonus.
Mendel's law, which is the law of independent assortment, states that genes for different characteristics are inherited independently.
I will not give you the mark, and so I'll come back to University Basic and give you 1 out of 3. So the law of independent assortment says that alleles of different genes are sorted independently during gamete formation. Or the law of independent assortment says that the alleles of 2 or more different genes get sorted into gametes independently of one another. All right. AYIKUMA Methodist. Contestants, you are advised to speak into the microphone. AYIKUMA Methodist. The law of dominance.
The law of dominance states that a recessive trait needs 2 copies before it can be shown.
No, that's not correct. You have 1 more attempt.
The law of dominance states that.
Sorry, your time is up. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE for a bonus.
The law of dominance states that a trait inherited it states that a trait is inherited when at least 1 allele is present.
That is not correct. In a heterozygote, the dominant allele masks the recessive allele. That is the law of dominance. Or stated otherwise, in a heterozygote, 1 trait will conceal the presence of another trait for the same characteristic. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE, your main question. The law of segregation. Available as a bonus? University Basic for a bonus.
The law of segregation states
Go on.
every sex cell is made up of 2 different genes, which separate to form 2 independent genes.
That is not correct. For a bonus, I will not give you the mark. 2 alleles for a trait separate during gamete formation. So each gamete gets 1 allele. So I will not give you the mark because it's a bonus. Question number 2. Again, this is a preamble to all schools. Without knowing its identity, explain whether this element is likely a metal or a non-metal and why. Without knowing its identity, explain whether this element is likely a metal or a non-metal and why. AYIKUMA Methodist. An element in period 3 of the periodic table has a high electronegativity and gains an electron easily?
It is a non-metal because it is gaining an electron to become stable.
I'll give you the mark 3. Correct, 3 marks. HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School. An element in period 4 has a high electronegativity and forms covalent bonds with non-metals.
It is a non-metal because it is two non-metals that come together to form covalent bonds.
Come again for your reasoning.
It is a non-metal because two non-metals react to form a covalent bond.
I will not give you the mark for the reason. AYIKUMA Methodist for a bonus.
It is a non-metal because elements of similar charges, whether cation or anions, bond together to form covalent bond.
No, I will not give you as a bonus mark. And so I'll come back to you, HOLUTA AFLAKPE, and give you 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Yes, it is a non-metal, but it is because it has a high electronegativity and forms covalent bonds. In period 4, elements on the right side of the periodic table tend to be non-metals, which attracts electrons strongly and share them in covalent bonding, rather than losing them like metals. University Basic, your main question. An element in group 1 reacts vigorously with water, losing its valence electron easily.
It is a metal. Metals easily lose their electrons in reactions and react very rigorously, especially the metals in group 1 react vigorously with water.
I'll give you the mark, 3 marks. To question number 3. Before I go to question number 3, contestants, you know the questions, your responses are timed. And so you have to speak within the time allowed, or else I would have to stop you midway. So let's bear in mind the time, 15 seconds for questions that do not require calculations, okay? So this is a question for which you have 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Identify the following images in ICT. HOLUTA AFLAKPE. You should see the image. Okay. Okay, so that is it. So your time starts now. HOLUTA AFLAKPE, this is your main question.
File manager.
That is not correct. University Basic for a bonus.
Google Slide.
Google Slide is correct for 1 point. Okay, so a quick note before we go on. So I noticed that AYIKUMA Methodist, you rang your buzzer while they still had time to answer the main question. You don't do that. If you do that, then we'll disqualify you from answering the question as a bonus. You have to wait for them to fully exhaust their time, then you can ring your buzzer, okay? All right, University Basic.
Dropbox.
Dropbox is correct for 3 points. AYIKUMA Methodist, your main question.
Cloud storage.
That is not correct.
Google Cloud.
Not correct. Time is up. University Basic for a bonus.
Microsoft OneDrive.
OneDrive is correct for 1 point. So, Saeed, it is a cloud storage, but we want that specific cloud storage, and it's OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive. All right, so question number 4. Again, this is a preamble to all schools. Please listen. I'll read it once. A 1.5 kilogram ball, A, is moving at 6 meters per second to the right and collides elastically with a 2 kilogram ball, B, moving at 2 meters per second to the left. After the collision, both balls move along the same line. University Basic. Calculate the velocities of both balls after the collision.
Four meters per second.
That is not correct. Please speak into the microphone.
9 meters per second.
That is not correct. The question is available as a bonus. AYIKUMA for a bonus.
0.7 meters per second.
That is not correct. And so the velocity for ball A is negative 3.14 meters per second. That is to the left. And then the velocity for ball B will be 4.86 meters per second. That is to the right. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, your main question. Determine the total momentum before and after the collision to verify conservation of momentum.
The momentum before collision is 4.71 kilogram meter per second.
Miriam, that is not correct. You have one more attempt. Time is up. University Basic for a bonus.
The momentum before the collision is 30 meters per second, and after the collision is 30 meters per second.
And that is also not correct. The momentum before and after collision is 5 kilogram meters per second. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE, DA Basic School. Calculate the total kinetic energy before and after the collision to verify if it is an elastic collision.
$180 joules.
That is not correct. You have one more attempt. And that is not correct. University Basic for a bonus.
23 joules in both cases.
That is not correct. 31 joules in both cases. That's the correct answer. 31 joules. All right, so question number 5. Contestants, you have 50 seconds to answer this question. AYIKUMA Methodist, I start with you. A building has a flat rectangular roof measuring 20 meters by 15 meters. During a heavy rain, 12 centimeters of rainwater falls. The rainwater is collected in a cylindrical underground tank of radius 7 meters. How much will the water level in the tank rise?
$18.48.
That is not correct. You have one more attempt. Your time is up. Question is available for a bonus. Okay, the correct answer is 23.4 centimeters or 0.234 meters. That's the level of rising for the water level. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE, your main question. A circular roof of radius 14 meters receives 7 centimeters of rainfall. All the water drains into a cylindrical well of radius 3.5 meters. Find how much the water level rises in the well.
$20 meters.
That is not correct. One more attempt. Go on.
660.
That is not correct. The time is up for a bonus. University Basic for a bonus.
11 centimeters cubed.
That is not correct. The water level rises approximately 1.12 meters. 1.12 meters. University Basic, your main question. Rain falls 20 centimeters on a 50 meter by 40 meter school roof. Water flows into a cylindrical sump of radius 9 meters. How much will the water level increase?
Two point five 2.54 meters.
That is not correct. You have one more attempt. And your time is up. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE for a bonus.
22.2.
That is not correct. The correct answer is 28.9 centimeters or 0.289 meters. Contestants, you are supposed to find the volume of for example, in this question of the roofing sheets, that becomes the volume of rainwater. You do a change of subject for volume using the cylindrical, that's pi r squared h. You make h the subject, then you'll be able to find the height. That's representing the level of rise. It's very, very straightforward. All right. Question number 6. The following questions are statements. You are to state whether they are true or false. Again, these questions cannot be passed on as bonuses. HOLUTA AFLAKPE, I start with you. And contestant, you don't need to ring your buzzer when it's your main question, okay? HOLUTA AFLAKPE. Acid rain is primarily caused by sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides in the atmosphere.
True.
Correct for 3 points. University Basic School at Cape Coast. Ozone layer depletion is caused mainly by carbon dioxide emissions.
False.
False is correct for 3 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS. Desertification is a process by which fertile land becomes desert due to deforestation and overgrazing.
True.
Correct for 3 points. University Basic School at Cape Coast. If HCF of 2 numbers is equal to one of the numbers, then the other number must be a multiple of it.
True.
Correct for 3 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS. The sum of the HCF and LCM of 2 numbers is always equal to the sum of the numbers.
False.
False is correct for 3 points. And finally, HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School. If the HCF of 2 numbers is 1, they are called co-prime numbers.
False.
That is not correct. It is true. Relatively prime. And this will bring us. Let's give our contestants a big round of applause. Once again, we'd like to acknowledge the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology with the support of the College of Science and the College of Engineering for bringing us this very wonderful quiz. We want to thank all our sponsors, the KNUST E-Learning Center, the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, DEXT Technologies, where practical science is now practical, the Ghana Grid Company Limited, the MTN Stakeholders Management, Nestle Ghana, and also to our media partner, Kespen TV. Thank you so much for partnering with us and for supporting us. At the end of round 1, these are the scores. University Basic School at Cape Coast, you have 15 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 9 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School, 5 points. Before we go to round 2, there's a substitution to be effected by AYIKUMA Methodist. Miriam, you are stepping out for Hamdia Nasir. Let's do that quickly. And so, Hamdia, you are welcome to the contest. Round 2 is the fastest brain, fastest finger. 1 question will be read out, and contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question will carry a score of 4 points. When a contestant is ready to respond, they should press the buzzer before they attempt to answer. Answering before pressing the buzzer will disqualify the school from the question. After the buzzer is pressed, contestants, you must answer in 3 seconds. If a school gets the question wrong, the 2 remaining schools get to compete to answer. Each school has a maximum of 1 attempt only for this round of questions. Contestants, a wrong answer in this round will attract a penalty of 1 point. We want to do a very quick buzzer test before we begin. Let's hear the sound of the buzzer from HOLUTA AFLAKPE. HOLUTA AFLAKPE, the sound of your buzzer. Thank you so much. AYIKUMA Methodist, the sound of your buzzer. Okay, University Cape Coast now, the sound of your buzzer. Thank you so much. And so, round 2, to the first question, fastest finger. What is the three-dimensional region defined by a quantum number called? University Basic.
An orbital.
That is correct for 4 points. To the next question. Thank you, our audience, thank you. To the next question. What is the central dark part of a shadow called? AYIKUMA Methodist.
Umbra.
Umbra is correct for 4 points. To the next question. What is the substance on which an enzyme acts? AYIKUMA Methodist.
Substrate.
That is correct for 4 points. To the next question. What is the protein that recognizes and neutralizes pathogens? University Basic.
An antibody.
That is correct for 4 points. AYIKUMA Methodist, Madam Hamdia. The question has not been read out. Yeah. So please wait. Let me finish reading the question. You read your buzzer, okay? All right. What is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at RTP called? University Basic.
24 decimeter cube.
That is not correct. The correct answer is molar volume. Molar volume. Next question. What symbol is used for comments in Python? University Basic.
The hashtag.
That is not correct. Correct answer is the hash symbol, not a hashtag. It's not the same. Thank you. Next question. A lens has a focal length of 12 centimeters. If it produces a magnification of -2, what is the object and image distance? University Basic.
The image distance is -6 centimeters and the object distance is -3 centimeters.
That is not correct. The object distance is -18 centimeters in front of the lens, and the image distance is 36 centimeters. And to the final question for this round. A card is drawn from a standard deck of 52 cards. Find the probability of drawing a red card or a spade. University Basic.
1/4.
That is not correct. AYIKUMA Methodist.
2 out of 30.
That is not correct. And the correct answer is 3/4. 3/4. And this will bring us to the end of round 2. Thank you so much. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Ghana Great Company Limited, MTN Stakeholders Management, Nestle Ghana, Good Food, Good Life, the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, and also to the e-learning center. Thank you so much. At the end of round 2, University Basic at Cape Coast, points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 7 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE Basic School, 0 points. And so at the end of 2 rounds of this evening's contest, University Basic Cape Coast, 19 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 16 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE Basic School, 5 points. We now proceed to round 3, which is the Science and Technology Challenge. 1 question will be given to all schools. The question in this round will require contestants to perform a task that will be assessed. The score for this round is 10 points. Contestants will be given up to 10 minutes to complete the task. Round 3 is powered by the DEXT Science set. Contestants, you have been hired a junior programmer. Student passes or fails based on their total score. You are required to create a simple algorithm that takes a score as input and displays the correct result. And so to the task, you are to write a pseudocode algorithm that accepts a student's score, checks whether the score is 50 or above, otherwise, that is a pass, or otherwise prints fail. This will earn you 5 points. Then you are to draw a flowchart representing your algorithm. This will earn you 4 points. There are 2 related questions. What is the purpose of the diamond symbol in a flowchart? Correct answer to this will give you 3 points. And then you have to explain why programmers use pseudocode before writing the actual code. This will also give you 3 points. Contestants, you have 15 minutes actually, and round 3 goes for 15 points. Your time starts now. Contestants, you have 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes remaining. Thank you very much, contestants. Your time is up. And then to you with your scores. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause. for staying with us. Round 3 was the Science and Technology Challenge. To perform a task that would earn you 5 points, draw a chart that will earn you 4 points, and answer some 2 related questions that will earn you 3 points, making Thank you so much for contestants for staying with us. And so a correct pseudocode algorithm should read like this. So you have the input score, then the next line will be if score is greater than or equal to 50, then print pass, else print fail, and then end if. That is all. So this will give you 5 marks. The flowchart is also going to earn you 4 marks. So you have a start, the input score, and you know, because it's a flowchart, then you are using certain specific shapes to represent the algorithm or the codes, the processes for the algorithm, and that will earn you 4 marks. Then to the 2 related questions. Question 1 was, what is the purpose of the diamond symbol in a flowchart? The diamond symbol is used to show a decision or a test condition where the program chooses between 2 or more pathways. Then for the second question, you were to explain why programmers use pseudocode before writing the actual code. And the reason is that programmers use pseudocode because it helps them to plan the logic, organize the ideas, and reduce errors before writing the real program in the coding language. And to the responses that were presented. I will start with HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School. And so for HOLUTA AFLAKPE, for the first task, which is to write the pseudocode algorithm, you wrote it correctly, but you could not structure the algorithm in the right order. The sequence was wrong, and so you scored 4 out of 5. For the flowchart, you made no attempt at all to draw the flowchart, bringing you to 0 out of 4, and you did not provide any answer to the first related question. For the second related question, you got it fully correct, and so you have a total of 7 out of 15. Then to AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, you were able to perform the task, write the pseudocode algorithm 5 out of 5, but you could not draw some skirmishes. So we give you 1 out of 5. And then you answer correctly the 2 related questions, bringing you to a total of 12 out of 15. Then finally to University Basic. Thank you so much to our audience. University Basic, you were able to perform write the correct code algorithm, draw a correct flowchart, and answer all questions related correctly, bringing you to a perfect score of 15 out of 15. And so at the end of 3 rounds for this evening's contest, University Basic School at Cape Coast, you have 34 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 28 points. And HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School, 12 points. Without further ado, we'll go straight to round 4, decoding the clues. This round is called Decoding the Clues. The question will be read out as a series of clues. If the question is answered on the first clue, 6 points are awarded. If it is answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points are awarded. On the third clue, 4 points are awarded. On the fourth or any other, 3 points will be awarded. Contestants, you have to press your buzzer before attempting to answer the question. Failing to press your buzzer before answering will disqualify you from that question, and you will score no points, even if your answer is correct. We want to do a very quick buzzer test before we proceed. The sound of your buzzer, University Basic. AYIKUMA Methodist, the sound of your buzzer. Thank you. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE, thank you so much. And to the first set of clues. I'll be using my hand gestures to show you the clue number to avoid any doubt. So you see 1 finger up for clue number 1, 2 fingers up for clue number 2, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, in that order. All right. Set 1. I am a ratio that compares 2 different kinds of quantities and often has no units. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE on the first.
Velocity ratio.
That is not correct. Engineers push me up by reducing friction, heat loss, or wasted work in linkages. I can be less than, equal to, but never greater than 1 for ideal machines when expressed as useful output divided by AYIKUMA Methodist.
Efficiency of a machine.
And that is correct for 4 points. To the second set of clues. I undergo only the tiniest of mass changes between life stages, but can transmit disease to other animals while feeding. My mouth parts are specially adapted for piercing and sucking. AYIKUMA Methodist.
Mosquito.
And that is correct for 5 points. To the third set of clues. My working principle is a predictable change in volume of a confined substance with temperature. University Basic.
Thermal expansion.
That is not correct. My working principle is a predictable change in volume of a confined substance with temperature combined with a narrow path for visible movement. I usually show small graduations along a thin ball so tiny volume changes become easy to read. Historically, I came in mercury and alcohol varieties. AYIKUMA Methodist.
Thermometer.
I will not give you the mark. That is not correct. Historically, I come in mercury and alcohol varieties. One is toxic, but has a high boiling point. You hold the bulb in contact. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE.
Thermometric liquid.
That is not correct. And the correct answer is liquid in glass thermometer. Liquid in glass thermometer. Thank you very much. To the very final set of clues. This is the final set of clues for round 4. I am the body of methods, tools, and systems applied to solve practical problems from simple hand axes to quantum chips. HOLUTA, AFLAKPE.
Technology.
That is correct for 6 points. And this will bring us to the end of round 4. Once again, we'd like to remind you that the quiz is proudly brought to you by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, with the support of the College of Science and the College of Engineering. It's also proudly sponsored by the KNUST E-Learning Center, the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, DEXT Technologies, where practical science is now practical. The Ghana Grid Company Limited, providing reliable electricity grid for development. The MTN Stakeholders Management, everywhere you go. Nestle Ghana, good food, good life. And to our media partner, Kesben TV, thank you so much for partnering with us and amplifying our reach and impact. At the end of round 4, University Basic, you scored 0 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 9 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE Basic School, 6 points. This translates to University Basic School at Cape Coast, 34 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 37 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School, 18 points. There is a series of substitutions to be made for round 5. I will start with University Basic. So Maika, you are stepping out for Joanna. Najiba, you are stepping out for Nanaya. For AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, Said is stepping out for Juanita. For HOLUTA, HOLUTA AFLAKPE Basic School, Promise is stepping out for Maulong. All right. And so this is turning out to be a fiercely contested competition. Contestants, you are welcome to the contest. Round 5. There will be 3 sets of questions in this round. 3 sets of questions. Each set has a main question and 2 sub-questions. Schools will compete to be the first to ring their buzzer. The first school to ring its buzzer will be allowed to answer the first question. If a school answers the question correctly, they have the right to answer the subsequent questions. The main question will be passed on for full marks if it is incorrectly answered by the school that rings the buzzer first. Sub-questions in a set will be passed on as bonus if it is incorrectly answered. Bonus questions will be competed for by first pressing the buzzer. 3 points will be awarded for answering the main question and 1 point each for a sub-question. A point will be awarded for questions answered as bonus questions in this round. When any of the competing schools is unable to answer a question, the question will end. Once again, because it's a race type of question, we want to do a quick buzzer test. Let's hear the sound of the buzzer from University Basic. AYIKUMA Methodist. HOLUTA AFLAKPE. Thank you very much. Contestants, you are advised to speak clearly into the microphone when you are ready to answer. To the very first question. Smalley, Kell, and Kroto discovered a new form of pure carbon. What is the name of this molecule? University Basic School at Cape Coast.
Fullerene. Back Minister Fullerene.
That is correct. For 3 points. Okay. And so to the subsequent questions, you have the floor. Why was discovering this carbon form revolutionary for chemistry?
Because it contained allotropes of carbon atoms.
No. For a bonus, it is available as a bonus. time is up. It was completely unexpected. The structure of the carbon atom, the molecule was completely unexpected. Carbon existed as graphite and diamond before, and this opened new possibilities for chemistry. There is a second bonus question that I'll read. What are the potential applications of these carbon molecules? So this is open to all of you. AYIKUMA Methodist?
So,
Unfortunately, your time is up. Sorry. All right. Okay. To the next question. Levi, Montalcini, and Cohen discovered nerve growth factor, NGF. How does NGF direct the development of nerve cells? University Basic at Cape Coast.
Richard Levy Montalcini and Stanley Cohen developed nerve growth factors. It helped nerve work. How nerve works?
No, I will not give you the mark. And so, NGF signals nerve cells to grow, survive, extend processes, and form connections. It guides their development. And to the very last question for round 5. Please, audience, please help us. What intervention allowed billions of transistors to fit on a small computer chip? University Basic at Cape Coast.
The development of integrated circuits and
That's correct for 3 points. Okay. Thank you so much to our audience. Thank you, audience. Thank you to our audience. To the subsequent questions. Before integrated circuits, how were electronic components connected?
through the use of transistors.
I'll give you the mark. Thank you to our audience. And to the very final sub-question. Why was this invention revolutionary for technology?
The invention of integrated circuits helps save use less electricity, and it was faster.
I'll give you the mark. Audience, please help us. And so it made electronics small, fast, cheap, reliable, and portable. Thank you so much, and this brings us to the end of this evening's contest. Before we bring you the scores, thank you so much to our audience. Thank you. Before we bring you the scores, we would like to acknowledge once more our sponsors for this contest. The JSMQ is proudly brought to you by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology with the support of the College of Science and the College of Engineering. It's also sponsored by the KNUST E-Learning Center, the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, DEXT Technologies, where practical science is now practical, The Ghana Grid Company Limited, providing reliable electricity grid for development. The MTN Stakeholders Management, everywhere you go. Nestle Ghana Limited, good food, good life. And to our media partner, Kesben TV, thank you so much for partnering with us. Your engaging broadcast and commitment to quality has significantly amplified our reach and impact. We also want to thank the heads of the various schools and the dedicated teachers who spend time in preparing our contestants for this contest. And also to you, our gallant students, proudly representing your schools, for burning the midnight oil and getting your names registered. I think they deserve a very big round of applause. Let's give it to them. And to our jubilant supporters, a thunderous round of applause for your support. And so, at the end of 5 rounds, so at the end of round 5, University Basic at Cape Coast, you scored 8 points, AYIKUMA Methodist, 0 points, HOLUTA AFLAKPE, 0 points. What this translates to after 5 rounds of this evening's contest: University Basic School at Cape Coast, 42 points. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS, 37 points. HOLUTA AFLAKPE DA Basic School, 18 points. We want to say a big congratulations to University Basic School, Nanaya, Udro, Joanna Kukwa, and Micaiah for putting up a very good effort to win this evening's competition. Let's give them a big round of applause. So congratulations to you, University Basic School at Cape Coast. Let's give a big round of applause also to our contestant from AYIKUMA Methodist and also from HOLUTA AFLAKPE for putting up a very good fight and a fierce competition. For a moment, AYIKUMA Methodist, you were in the lead, but that lead was ceded to University Basic just at the final round. A big round of applause for our contestants. Please, a big round of applause for them. Thank you so much. And so what this means is that University Basic at Cape Coast, you qualify automatically to the next round. A big congratulations to you. AYIKUMA Methodist JHS and HOLUTA AFLAKPE, unfortunately, you are unable to qualify for the next round. We'll see you again next year. A big round of applause. Thank you so much for the effort. Thank you so much to our audience. And thank you so much for everybody who put in an effort. A big round of applause to all of us. A big round of applause, please. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.